I've always been the dependable one, not the loud one, not the successful one people brag about at weddings, just the one who shows up early, pays quietly, and leaves without making anyone uncomfortable. Lunch that day was supposed to be simple. My brother picked the place, new, trendy, slightly overpriced. He said it was good for networking, though he doesn't network. He mostly talks about it. My niece noticed my watch when I reached for the water. She's 11. Honest in that way children are when they repeat what they hear at home. She tilted her head and said, "Mom says you only wear that to impress real rich people." The table burst into laughter. My sister-in-law covered her mouth like it was adorable. My brother smirked into his drink. Someone said, "Kids, right?" I smiled. It wasn't the joke that bothered me. It was the phrasing. Real rich people. I've helped cover their rent 3 times in 2 years. I co-signed the current lease when my brother's credit wasn't enough. I paid for my niece's school laptop. I've wired money at midnight when something came up. But in their version of me, I was performing wealth. Pretending I didn't correct her. There's something unsettling about defending yourself against a child, repeating adult resentment. When the bill came, it hovered at the center of the table for half a second too long. My brother glanced at it, then at me in that casual way that isn't casual at all. I picked it up. No announcement, no martyrdom, just habit. They kept laughing about other things while I signed. My niece had already moved on, telling a story about school. Children don't understand the weight of what they carry from room to room. I dropped them off afterward. My brother thanked me for lunch the way someone thanks you for holding a door. Quick, automatic. On the drive home, I didn't feel angry. That surprised me. I felt tired. Not financially, structurally. That morning, before lunch, I had sat in a quiet office and signed paperwork. It wasn't dramatic, no confrontation, no raised voices, just a clean, legal process. 3 years ago, I co-signed their apartment lease, temporarily. Temporary became renewable. Renewable became assumed. If they were late, my credit absorbed it. If they couldn't pay, I stepped in before it escalated. I told myself it was family, stability, support. But lately, the tone had shifted. Help had become expectation. Expectation had become commentary. So I filed to remove myself as guarantor at the end of the current term. Legally documented notice. No more automatic liability. No more quiet backup. It didn't evict them. It didn't punish them. It just returned responsibility to where it belonged. That evening, around 9, my phone buzzed. Rent's due tomorrow. No greeting, no question mark, just information delivered like gravity. For a few seconds, I stared at the screen. Then I typed, "Not after what I filed today." I didn't elaborate. The typing bubbles appeared almost immediately. What does that mean? I let it sit for a minute before replying, "I removed myself from the lease. You'll need to handle it directly with the landlord going forward." 3 dots, gone. 3 dots again. "You're serious?" "Yes." Another pause. Longer this time. "We thought you understood the situation." I did. That was the problem. There was no explosion, no accusations, just confusion edged with something new. Uncertainty. For the first time, I wasn't the safety net. He called. I answered. His voice was controlled but tight. "This is sudden. It's been 3 years." Silence on the other end. Not hostile, just recalculating. "You could have talked to me." I tried a few times. He didn't argue that part. He shifted tactics instead. "We're family." I know. That word used to unlock something in me. Obligation. Reflex. Now, it just meant history. "I'm not cutting you off," I said. "I'm just not underwriting you." He exhaled slowly. "This makes things harder." I think they were already hard. Another silence. This one heavier. For a moment, I thought he might apologize. Not for the rent, for the lunch, for the watch comment, for the years of framing help as ego. He didn't, but his voice lost its edge. "We'll figure it out." "I think you will." We hung up without resolution, but not in anger. Over the next few days, the group chat quieted. My sister-in-law sent a neutral update about my niece's school project. My brother stopped forwarding listings for better apartments. Something had shifted, not explosively, structurally. A week later, my niece texted me a photo of a science fair ribbon. Got second place. I congratulated her and sent a small gift card. Not rent money, not a transfer. Intentional generosity feels different than automatic rescue. At Sunday dinner the following week, my brother reached for the check first. He didn't insist, he just did it. No one mentioned the watch. I still wear it, not to impress anyone, but because I bought it after my first major promotion, when I finally felt stable enough to stop worrying about tomorrow. It reminds me that security isn't about how much you give away to prove you're good. It's about knowing when to stop proving it. I didn't win anything. No applause, no dramatic reversal, just something quieter. When my phone buzzes now, it's not with urgent rent reminders. It's conversations. And that feels like winning.